Now being joined on the show by a man who is probably doesn't need a ton of introduction, but
I wouldn't think
he's
so.
been on the show. He's actually filled in for you, Jimmy Hahn, in your absences at times here on the show. Dennis Lemoine. Dennis, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Great to be here, guys. How are you?
Happy to have you here. Very
here.
excited because you're in here to talk about something very specific. Citizen Cider, which makes libations.
Yes, they do.
Of a cider variety.
Correct.
Has a special cider called Mister Burlington, and they decided they wanted to find out who Mister Burlington was. And there was a nomination process. Votes were tallied. It came down to three.
There's four of us.
Four candidates
Yep.
for Mister Burlington, and Dennis Lemoine is one of them. Now, we don't endorse candidates here on the show, typically. It's not a move for us politically to step out and say, hey, you know, with the elections on Tuesday, Dennis, we didn't endorse anybody.
No.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I think we're stepping out. I think we're going. Mitch Co is going full Dennis Lemoine.
That's huge. I wasn't expecting that this morning. I just thought we'd talk. I mean, this is a big moment.
No, I can't see why we wouldn't.
So tell us a little bit about it. Well, tell us what's going on. Tell us, Mr. Burlington, why is it that people should go to the Citizen Cider website and vote for you to be Mr.
Absolutely.
Burlington?
Thank you so much. And again, thank you for that endorsement. That's wild.
You're just picking them up this morning.
I'm just picking them up left and right. It's great. This is our last day of voting, by the way, so this is pretty intense. Why should you vote for me? Well, first of all, I love Burlington and I love Vermont. I actually grew up in New Hampshire and I spent my formative years in New York City. I was an actor for a while. And I wanted something totally different in my life. And coming to Burlington was indeed that, totally different. And It's been a wild ride. The other candidates who were running for this role, they've been here 40 years. There's been someone who was here for a decade, someone who was here for 30 years. I've been here 6 years, and I've accomplished a lot. I've accomplished enough that I'm a candidate for Mr. Burlington.
Okay.
So that's pretty wild.
That is, that's impressive. And somehow you've found your way onto this show multiple times, which, you know, it's hard to get on the show. There's people that call every day that are trying to get on the show that we're not letting up.
That's right. Well, I'm very persistent. I'm very persistent and tenacious. I'm going to use really large words this morning. Yeah.
So I got to share a little anecdote here. And this is why this is a solid move for you. Here at Mitch Co, we will get you votes. We will get people will go to our Facebook page this morning. We'll have the link to the Mr. Burlington voting. They will check the box, Dennis Lemoine. And I'm going to put something out there, and this is kind of sad and dangerous, and at the same time, a while back there was the killer clown thing that was going on. Okay, and I wanted to get a clown's perspective on this, so I reached out to a local clown, Joey Purvis, and asked him to come on the show, and he didn't call me back. And through the grapevine, I heard that his campaign manager, because he was running for representative in Colchester, his campaign manager told him it wasn't a good idea to come on this show. Something
Can you imagine that?
Right.
I mean,
bad advice.
So Joe Purvis, he's a clown. He's a resident of Colchester. He was running for office, and so I invited him on the show to talk about clowns and all that, because that's what he does. But then also, I didn't know this at the time. He's also running for a representative of Colchester. He lost by 33 votes on Tuesday.
Yeah.
He didn't come on the show because he thought his campaign manager said it was going to be a bad idea. Did not come on this show. Lost by 33 votes in that election. And I am not happy about that for him. Obviously, but at the same time, I can get you 33 votes. And this show can get you 30 votes.
How many calls do we get from Colchester?
All the time.
Yeah.
Well, think about this. Every vote counts. Clearly, we just found that out. 33 votes. That's not a lot of votes.
It's not a lot of votes.
And that's the thing that we're seeing with the Mr. Burlington campaign right now is that these votes are coming in really hot and heavy.
Okay.
But it is
like a 16-year-old at prom after a couple of drinks. Whoa. No?
18.
18. Sorry, yeah.
It's a very close election.
Over the close stuff only. All right, Dennis, you're going to stick around. We got more show with you this morning of Check Your Forecast on the way.
Mitch and Company on 106.7 WIZN.
106.7 WIZN. That is the Scorpions with No One Like You. And speaking of which, there's no one like Dennis Lemoine, who's joining us in the studio this morning.
Segue.
You like that?
That was really nice.
He is a segue master.
I got segues.
Yeah.
Dude, I got segues.
Yeah.
In fact, the fact that the dude that runs Burlington Segway Tours has never called me and asked me to come on one of his segues is really...
crime.
It's disappointing. Let's talk
You
about
had
it.
to make a
Something that
segue
I'll
to a segue?
I got a segue about
What would have happened
segues.
there? Man.
That was a segue, two segues about segues.
That
Yeah.
was a lot of segueing.
Yeah, I know. Whew, I'm all randy. I'm all randy now.
Fired up.
Let's talk about it. Mr. Burlington,
Yeah.
for those of the folks out there that are just joining us on the show this morning, You're up for Mr. Burlington. Tell us what it is.
I certainly am. It's a wonderful competition that the folks at Citizen Cider have put together, not only to market their amazing new Mr. Burlington creation, their wonderful new cider that's out and delicious, but it's also just a chance to kind of find someone who embodies the best of Burlington, someone who represents hopefully everyone as much as you can in this day and age.
Yep.
And someone who wants to have a good time. And frankly, that's me.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you, friends.
Yeah.
Tell you, friends, I would like to have a good time. Sincerely, Dennis. We posted a link on the Facebook page this morning. You can go there and you can click on the photo of Dennis and Jimmy Ha and I hanging out in the studio. You can also lodge your vote for that as well and swing into Citizen Cider. Now, with the prestige of this, is this like, tell us about, you're going to have your own stool?
That's correct, yeah. Given the amazing, incredible honor that I am elected as Mr. Burlington, my name goes on a plaque that then goes on a stool at Citizen Cider on Pine Street in Burlington.
Your name will be on a plaque on a stool at Citizen Cider.
Isn't that incredible? I can be honest with you guys because we're all friends. That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
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 No,
You want to
absolutely.
be immortalized.
Yeah.
And I would imagine there's some amount of cider.
There is some cider
Now,
that comes along with it.
Here at
yes.
Mitch Company, we're endorsing you for this position.
Huge.
And we don't endorse anybody ever.
No.
In fact, our last endorsement was, I believe it was boobies. It was the last thing we endorsed, was just a body part.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
wow. I'm in great company. I'm in great
We
company.
only
Yeah,
ever
right.
endorsed body
Yeah.
part,
Yeah.
a body part.
Sure,
Right.
Sure.
And now we're endorsing you.
That's huge.
Which is more than just a body part.
That's right.
You're a whole body.
I'm
You're
just
a whole person. You're a whole
just
thing.
a human.
People can go.
thing. Yes.
And let's take, I feel like we should take some calls right now. This is, by the way, this is the election coverage we couldn't bring you with the presidential. We're gonna go to the phones. We're gonna take some calls from some folks out there, and you can get on the phone 862-1067, and you can ask Mr. Burlington a question. So we're gonna go to the phones now.
Is Mr. Burlington taking questions this morning?
Mr. Burlington will take some questions.
I would wonder if he'd repeal the law so it's okay to feed the seagulls at Beansy's bus again.
There's a law against that?
$50, baby.
Holy cow.
Can you, now, does this Mr. Burlington thing come with legislative powers?
No, I have no power at all. I have Facebook.
If I get arrested for feeding the fries at Beansy's bus, will you come and bail me out? Mr.
I
Burlington?
absolutely will.
I think that goes without saying, Mr. Burlington, that job would be anyone getting arrested at night, you're bailing out.
Yeah, I'm officially the guy who bails out everybody who gets into the drunk tank. Yes.
All right, there you go. That sounds pretty cut and dry.
It is cut and
It
dry.
sounds like a lot of work.
Well, I'm just somebody who wants to work for the people. That's really what I'm here to do.
Go to our Facebook page this morning and register your vote for Dennis. Dennis, thanks for coming to the show and having some fun with us this
Thank
morning.
you, guys.
I do have one thing we need to talk about. You were on Fox 44 on their morning show on Tuesday morning with Brittany Hibbs.
Yeah.
And I know this is going to sound a little weird, but I'm better looking than she is, right?
I would say you're both equally beautiful people, inside and out.
Well played, sir.
Okay, I just want to. So we're equally beautiful.
Absolutely.
Man.
So like what I'm reading is that like I'm like a little better looking, just a little bit.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, I
just,
mean,
like a small.
It's
like
radio.
this show,
People
like
can't
this, like,
see,
no,
but yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I smell better at least, like maybe. No.
well, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know if
smell
I
like
would actually
patchouli.
say that.
Does
Yeah.
she smell like patchouli?
Yeah. No,
I smell like patchouli, Jimmy Ha.
Mitch and Company on 106.7 WIZN.
Hey, Blues fans, this is Mr. Charlie inviting you to join me Sunday mornings at 9 for